Most people think becoming rich requires luck, a high salary, or winning the lottery. But if you study wealthy people closely, you'll notice something surprising. They follow a completely different set of money rules. Rules that are simple, but powerful. And the truth is, these rules are available to everyone, yet most people ignore them. That's exactly why the gap between the rich and the poor keeps getting bigger. Today, we're going to break down 7 money rules the rich follow that poor people ignore. If you understand these rules and start applying them, they can completely change your financial future. Let's start with the first rule. Rule 1. Pay yourself. First, most people follow this pattern with money. They earn money, pay bills, buy things they want, and then try to save whatever is left. But usually, nothing is left. Wealthy people flip this formula. They pay themselves first. That means the moment money comes in, a percentage goes directly into savings or investments, before bills, before shopping, before anything else. This idea was popularized in the classic book, The Richest Man in Babylon. The rule is simple. Save at least 10% of everything you earn. Even someone earning $3,000 per month can start building wealth by automatically saving $300. Over time, that money starts working for you. And that leads us to rule number 2. Rule 2, make your money work for you. Most people only rely on one thing to make money, their job. They trade time for money. But the rich understand something critical. Your job can make you income, but investments create wealth. Wealthy people put their money into assets like stocks, real estate, businesses, index funds. These assets generate passive income, and this is where the magic happens. For example, if you invest $500 every month into the stock market with an average return of 8%, after 30 years, you could have over $700,000. Not from working harder, but from letting money grow over time. This is the power of compound interest, and it's one of the biggest reasons rich people keep getting richer. Rule 3. Control lifestyle inflation. Here's something that traps millions of people. The moment they earn more money, they start spending more money. New car, bigger house, expensive gadgets, luxury vacations. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it silently destroys wealth. Many high-income earners are actually living paycheck to paycheck because their spending grows as fast as their income. But wealthy people often do the opposite. They increase their income, but keep their lifestyle relatively stable. For example, even after becoming a billionaire, Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. That's not because he can't afford something bigger. It's because he understands that wealth is built by what you keep, not what you spend. Rule 4. Use debt strategically. Most people think all debt is bad, but the rich know that some debt can actually make you richer. There are 2 types of debt: bad debt and good debt. Bad debt includes things like credit card debt, expensive consumer loans, buying liabilities that lose value. Good debt, on the other hand, can help you build wealth. For example, using a loan to buy a rental property, using financing to start or expand a business, or investing in assets that generate income. Many wealthy real estate investors build massive portfolios using leverage, which means using borrowed money to acquire assets. This strategy allows them to control millions in property while using relatively little of their own cash. The key difference? The rich use debt to buy assets. Poor people use debt to buy things that lose value. Rule 5. Focus on ownership. The rich don't just work for companies, they own pieces of them. Ownership is one of the biggest wealth secrets. For example, if you own shares of companies like Apple Inc., Amazon, or Microsoft, you benefit from their growth. When these companies grow, your wealth grows. This is why many millionaires invest heavily in stocks and businesses. Even a small ownership stake can grow massively over time. For instance, if someone invested $10,000 in Apple in 2004, that investment would be worth hundreds of thousands today. Ownership turns workers into investors, and investors build wealth. Rule 6. Think long-term. Poor financial decisions often come from short-term thinking. People want quick money, fast results, instant success. But wealthy people understand something powerful. Real wealth takes time. For example, the majority of the fortune built by Warren Buffett came after the age of 50. Not because he suddenly got smarter, but because compound growth had decades to work. Investments grow slowly at first, then faster, and eventually, exponentially. This is why the rich are patient. They focus on 10-year decisions, not 10-day decisions. And patience is one of the most powerful financial advantages you can have. Rule 7. Invest in knowledge. One of the biggest differences between the rich and everyone else is how they treat learning. Many wealthy people spend hours every day reading and learning. For example, Bill Gates reads about 50 books per year, and Warren Buffett has said he spends 80% of his day reading and thinking. Why? Because knowledge improves decision-making. Better decisions lead to better investments. Better investments lead to more wealth. Learning about money, business, investing, psychology, economics can dramatically change your financial life. And the best part? Much of this information is available for free. Sipanfrau. Final thoughts. Becoming wealthy isn't about working yourself to exhaustion, and it's not about luck. It's about understanding the rules of money. The rich follow these rules consistently. They pay themselves first. They invest their money. They control their lifestyle. They use debt strategically. They focus on ownership. They think long-term. And they invest in knowledge. Individually, each rule may seem simple, but together, they create a completely different financial future. The real question is this: will you keep following the money habits most people follow, or will you start using the same rules the rich use to build wealth? Because the sooner you apply them, the sooner your money can start working for you.